I realized how hollow consumerism is, because I realized it one day when I was playing Hungry Hungry Hippos, you know? It was. All you do is you keep eating marbles, but at the end of the day, you still realize you're nothing but a fucking empty plastic hippopotamus. Just bring away the top drawer. It's Valentine's Day. It's weird. I don't know. It's weird. I don't want to feel alone, because I realized how pointless the actual term alone is. Because if you think about it, if you think about the word all alone, if you break it down, you guys are talking again. I can hear you. Seriously, just go to the back. I don't give a fuck. It's okay. See, this is why I quit social drinking. It's because, no, I just feel nasty. You can see, I was on a good train. Seriously, just go to the back. I don't care. I've got nothing personal. No, see, it's all good for you, but I can hear you nattering away in the fucking my ear. And, no, don't apologize. I don't care. You mean nothing to me. Really, I need your acceptance like I need face cancer, really, right? Really. I mean, I used to care, but I did a gig about 3 weeks ago where I actually realized that for once that, because half the crowd really liked me and the other half just thought I was shit, right? And I started thinking because they thought I was shit that maybe I was shit, right? But then I actually looked at the people who thought I was shit and I realized, no, they're shit. And that's a liberating moment when you realize that you're right and the mob is wrong, you know? And I think the popularity of Pop Idol perfectly illustrates that point. You know, that and the Holocaust. And I went, right, because I was looking at them, right, and one guy fucking hated me, and he was just this grey, humorless, fucking grey-haired guy with a face which just emanated death and talkback radio. With the blood of Aboriginal children on his fists. He was trying to clap me off, and I realized I'd rather eat a bag lady's pussy than have you on my name list. And I was looking at the fucking the tables of fucking hip young things who were looking at me, and they're just staring at me. You know the people who fucking think Paris Hilton's worth emulating, just fucking horrible people. You know, they were pretty, but in the weird generic Barbie doll look, where you can't even relate to them because they've had all their flaws all airbrushed out, so you expect to peel off the bikini to find nothing but nippless mounds, and take off their underpants and find nothing but some fucking latex patch with no holes. Boy, I would love to fuck one of those, just to see what it feels like. It's weird, and I realize that, you know, once I finally take over this country and impose my fascist totalitarian fucking... These are the first people I'll be sending to the gas chamber, so why should I let it worry me? Anyone who laughed at that has a privileged place in my ministry, by the way. Anyone who didn't like that will meet Joseph Mengele. It's weird, I feel fucking divorced all the time, and no matter where I go. Like when I was in fucking India, everyone just thought I was Korean and just try and rip me off. It was just like, fuck, what do I have to do to fucking fit in around here? Rub some dirt in my face and start begging? It's okay, I'm from there, I can do those jokes. No, I'm not from there. So, what was I talking about before? Yeah, alone. So I was alone, right, on Valentine's Day, and then I was like depressed, and I was thinking, well, if you think about the word alone, what is it? If you break down, it means all one, which is unity, right? But the meaning of the word is ironic, because the meaning of the word means when you feel alienated and isolated and lost and separate from the world, which is ironic and beautiful. Almost as ironic and beautiful as the fact that I figured this out while attempting to jerk off to a Best and West catalog. Through a veil of tears. And as I came into that shit-stained toilet, I began screaming, "We are one, we are one, we are one." And the guy in the cubicle next to me said, "No, we are not one, you're a fucking freak." And I was one. Again. That was a beautiful bit. Fuck you. That's my favorite bit. It's weird though. You know, I was actually walking around in Circle Key because I actually was trying to get out of my... Because I'm a fucking paranoid guy. I don't like nightclubs that much. So finally I ran into some friends and went, "Nick, just confront your fears, fucking go to it." So I went along with my friends. I never realized I was hell on earth until I went to Three Monkeys, basically, is my point. I went in there, and has anyone been there? Is that just not the fucking fifth circle of hell? It's fucking horrible. We went up there, and the covers band, the leader of the covers band, which I guess is kind of like being the employee of the month for Kmart, was leading the audience through an Aussie Aussie Oi 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 Chan. It was just fucking horrible. And then he started going into Wheatus covers. It was like, all right, Nick, just go down, fucking, just conquer this fear. Just, you're better than that. And I was looking at people, just trying to strike up a conversation. Just, if you're open, Nick, and just speak from the heart, you'll be able to connect with them. And, you know, things, you're not as different as them. You're the same at the end. So I went up to a girl, and I was like, "So, you ever go in a nightclub and feel like poisoning the water supply? You ever see anyone on the dance floor and just feel like taking a massive shit on it, just to express your disgust for their life choices? No one? Yeah. And then afterwards I went to Surf and Key, and it was a fucking beautiful night, because it was a sad day, and I was walking around and I was just looking at all the fucking beautiful girls out dressed like exotic birds, and all the guys walking around arm in arm, and just as that fucking expectation, romance in the air. And as I was looking at everyone in my field of vision, I realized every single one of these people at some point would be dead. And nothing but corpses and skeletons, and I was looking at them, right? And everyone just turned into that, and I was walking around just going, Jesus Christ. I was looking at all the buildings, and I realized that at some point they'd all be nothing but atoms, and dust, and ash, and everything that was in my field of vision would be nothing. And not even that, and all the atoms in our body would just be, once again, part of stars. And I guess what I'm trying to say is I really need a girlfriend. I wouldn't be thinking these things if I had someone to hold me at night. Really, So, you guys having a good night out? Yeah, it's weird. Fuck, what else can I talk about? Sounds good, thanks.
You're gonna finish the India story.
Oh, the India story.
Your grandmother.
Oh, my grandmother. Well, she's still alive. She's doing that thing where she gets really painful, but makes it up a lot, so everyone gets sucked in and gets it as long and drawn out as possible. Hence why I had the idea to put a pillow over her face. No one else has that idea. It's just... But in Tibet, they've got an awesome fucking idea. This is what they do. It's called air burials, right? It sounds poetic, but what they actually do is that they chop up your body and leave you on a plateau for the vultures to eat. Yeah, how cool is that? So that's how I want to go, really. I mean, obviously we don't have vultures here, so, pigeons. You always see old people feeding birds at the park. It's what they would have wanted. Right? Because everyone's so fucking protected from death, I think, in this fucking city, right? In this country. Yeah? I mean, that's why, because there was a massive furor when Steve Irwin died. Everyone wanted to, because they wanted to show the YouTube last footage of his, and everyone said no, and they had all these hotlines to how to counsel your children through it. Fuck that. I think they should be fucking exposed to that, because if they weren't, they'd grow up with some sort of sense of hope. That's why, basically, I want to have my body catapulted into a kindergarten, basically. Just to give them some idea of where they're going to end up. No one else thinks that, because I was talking to my friend, and he was going, his last act, he says he wants to make a contribution to humanity. He wants to donate his body to science, so he can extend the body of human knowledge. But to me, that's a bit more abstract. I'd just rather do something to make someone happy as a last act with my body. So basically, I want to donate my body to a necrophiliac. Just while I'm in the afterlife, smiling down as they plow into my corpse. It's just bring a smile to my jaded lips. Does anyone else? You'd be fucked, exactly. I wouldn't care. I wouldn't be there. Why should I care? So let's deal with that. You guys are awesome. I'm sorry to subject you to this shit. I've got happy material, but it just has no punchlines. I was walking in the park with my dog, and some sunlight hit my eyes, and it felt really nice. I'm actually a genuinely happy person.
I can tell.
Yeah, no, I am. I feel great. I treasure every moment that I'm alive. Actually, I had a fucking death curse put on me by my brother. No, I did. I was sitting in a fucking computer room, and he just went up there, and he was annoying me. I said, why do you have to be so fucking irritating? And he goes, why do you have to be so alive? Where did that come from? And the whole day I just fucking felt like I was jinxed, and I was walking up the station to the station along the road, and was just staring at every car, just going, is this the one? Is this the one? Anyway, that's enough about me. It's weird, because I realized today, I actually had to help my friend. She's really depressed, right? And so depressed this morning, she couldn't get out of bed because she felt like she had no bones. So I had to actually accompany her from all the way to St. Leonard's to Wynyard. And I realized that I was pretty much the rock in our relationship. And I realized that when I'm the rock in our relationship, that's really fucked up. Because I've seen elves. Yeah, I have. I wasn't even on drugs. I was